Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Clutterfly Effect podcast with Julie.
And Greg.
And Norm.
Hey, we're the Peters clan, and we're talking about clutter today and whatever floats our boat. And the first thing I want to ask is, they say that you should, have a party once in a while because that forces you to get your house clean, right? You see your house through different eyes and a different perspective because, you see your house all the time, every day. So you don't see the clutter building up in this corner and so forth. So it's good to have a party. But it's also good to have, like, my brother come over to my house twice a week because then I do a quick run by, like, okay, what is appropriate for him to see and what is, like, what do I not want? Like, and I tell Dad's like, Julie.
We said appropriate. That's not the correct word. What will embarrass me? And
what will embarrass me and not?
Right.
Well, and mostly because maybe there are sisters and brothers out there that have the same thing. Like, Dad, we live together, correct?
Correct.
And so, luckily, Greg and I have this great relationship. But what I don't want is him to come over and, like, go, oh, God, I think Dad's...
Go back and tell Rebecca?
Yeah, like, I think they made a little extra help. Like, the house is really their house is really a mess. Something went down. I don't know. I got to... And so, not that he would think that, but I don't even want to have that come in. So I'm like, Dad, Gray's coming over. Run to the house real quick. Let's make sure it looks like it's, like, good. And sometimes you're going, wow, the house looks great.
Yeah.
Other times it's...
Well, that one day I walked in, I was like, wow, this place is amazing looking.
Yeah.
And you said, well, you cleaned it up. And
right,
then,
because you brought your... See, that's another thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
You brought your daughter that day.
Yeah.
And so we have levels.
Yeah.
I have a level for when you come over. I have an other level when your daughter comes over because I remember going to see my grandma's house, my great-grandma's house.
Okay.
She always... Do you remember seeing Grandma Peters? Great-Grandma Peters? Old Grandma Peters?
Barely.
Okay.
Barely.
You'd walk into her house. It smelled like...
Mothballs.
Yes. And she'd always give us...
Candy.
Frozen chocolate chip cookies out of her freezer, right? And so I always thought that mothballs was a smell of frozen chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
And then later in life, I go, mind blown.
Wow.
There wasn't that.
Yeah.
That wasn't the thing that I was mind blown by the way. Remember, like 3 episodes ago?
Yeah.
I said, I was mind blown,
Yes.
and I couldn't remember what it was.
Right.
It was this. You know how you only knew there were 3 macronutrients?
Yes.
Fats, carbos, and proteins. And then I kept thinking to myself, well, what is alcohol? What is alcohol? There's no protein in it. And it's only 2 grams of carbs.
Okay.
Where do these 70 calories come from? And then I was listening to Peter Attia, and he says, now you have the 4th macro. And he said ethanol, which is an alcohol.
Yeah.
And I'm like, mind blown. Thank God. My question has been answered.
Is he saying we need to drink?
He just said
Oh.
it's one of the it's just a macronutrient.
I hear nutrient, and I just like...
Wait a minute.
I
Is it
like-
a
go
macro
all
or a
in.
micronutrient?
Macro.
It's a macro.
Not a micro.
Okay.
Micro would be like the minerals and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but I found that mind blowing because I had this question for years percolating in my mind. Well, what is alcohol? If it's not protein, a carb, or a fat, what is it?
Yeah.
And then boom.
Boom.
It's now.
Yeah.
And maybe in the future we'll have a 5th one. I don't know. We had a 9th planet, Pluto. Then they took it away.
Yeah.
And then they gave it back.
I think they gave it back to us. So you never know.
Right.
There's things like that.
Right.
Okay. So yes, we clean the house for you. How do you feel? Do you feel like I'm caring for your father decently?
Oh, yeah, totally. Like,
Okay, good.
Let him keep living here.
Okay, good.
Perfect. Good. You're doing a great job. I would suck at it. I just know that. I don't.
Well, good. Good. I mean, it's good to have someone check in,
I mean, when I offered to have him live with me when he had his knee done, I did good job. Greg.
You offered.
I offered, and Dad was like, "No, that's okay. I'll stay here." I dodged a bullet.
I go, was willing.
Yeah.
He was willing. That's so funny. I do the same thing with Doug.
Yeah.
I always, because Dad and I, or even like when Dad and I went to Michigan and Indiana, to the Indiana Dunes and the Michigan, up the coast of Michigan on Thursday, just one long road trip.
Yeah.
But on the day before, we stopped at Doug and Quinn's house, and I just said to her, hey, she's like, what are you guys doing? You want to hang out? I'm like, I got stuff to do. I had to buy a board for him and yada for his roof, yada, yada, yada. And then anyway, I go, hey, we're going to Michigan tomorrow. You want to come? I go, well, we're leaving at 4 a.m. And then she went, no, that's okay.
Yeah.
I can handle you guys if we're seeing the solar eclipse, but just to drive for 12 hours
To see tulips?
To see tulips
Yeah.
in the coast, I don't know. But I felt like, hey, I'm glad I asked, and I was 99% sure she was going to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right. You're,
And I would have. It would have been a different trip, but it would have been okay if she said yes.
yeah.
And so forth. Well, good. Thank you for saying that the house looks good and that I'm doing
Yeah.
a decent job.
No, you're doing a great job.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So I'm going to ask you another question, Greg.
Oh, good. I'm ready.
I pulled up my book from Terry Saville Foy, Declutter Your Way to Success.
Okay.
And she just has these rules about how to keep your house tidy. I'm going to ask you these 5 or 6 questions.
Okay.
You tell me yes or no.
Got it.
Okay? Greg, do you ever go to bed with dishes in the sink?
No.
They're never in the sink.
No.
Oh my God, that's great.
No, I always do dishes before I go to bed.
Wow, that's incredible.
Greg, you're incredible. You're the man.
So,
Okay,
so
Greg.
when Rebecca wakes up, goes to work, she gets dishes in bed.
Exactly. Okay,
Like,
next one.
Yeah. Because if not, I would just leave them for the next day.
Yeah. Greg, listen, Dad already tells me all the time. He goes, listen, Julie, if you weren't here, I'd be the tracks every day.
Oh, you know what, Dad?
I'd be at the slot machine.
I
and the
know where
tracks.
we could. Yeah. Okay.
Gregory,
Maybe when you do get your knee done.
Yeah.
going to the tracks.
Okay.
Greg, do you ever leave the house with beds unmade?
No.
What?
No.
He's on fire.
I mean, I have 2 daughters, right?
Yeah, your
So
bedroom.
My bedroom is always made.
Yeah, you
my
can't.
bedroom-
At a certain point, the girls are their own autonomous.
Yeah.
They get to have their own room the way they want it.
Yeah.
Oh, and plus, you can't exactly tell them to make their bed
Well, it's also,
if your
yeah.
bed's all messed up.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
right. Now there are levels of doneness, and
Right.
sometimes like
The comforter's over.
How sometimes like there should be an equilibrium and stuff. Sometimes like today, the blanket on Rebecca's side is a little shorter on her.
Oh, yeah,
And
sure.
sometimes like the underneath sheet stays way down by the feet.
Oh, gotcha.
No, mostly it's done normally, but sometimes
Yeah.
Gotcha. I like it. Good. All right. Next question. Always take the Daily Mail into the home office. Do you have a place when you go to the mailbox? It always goes to the exact same place.
It does. Always goes. Exactly.
Whoa.
Wow.
Always hang your coat after wearing it.
Yes, I do.
Oh my God. Except for the one that you left here for 2 weeks.
Well, that was I was not done wearing it. I knew I'd come back.
Oh, sorry.
Hey,
That's right. Done
it
wearing.
was hung up somewhere, right?
Yes, it was. That's true.
the
That's
back of the
exactly
chair.
right. And also,
I didn't leave it
kinda-
on the floor.
that's true. And like, you're not done wearing it till the season's over. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right. And our dog loved to use it for a little bed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
she
was
loves
nice.
snuggling with
So,
it.
yeah, she loved
I
that.
know what Elliot does to just random stuff.
Yes, mates with it.
Oh, yeah, Elliot made it with it.
He married it first. I just
Yeah,
want you to know.
that's-
There was a little ceremony.
We did. We had a little ceremony. It was, it was appropriate.
Yeah,
It was all
Luckily,
legal.
though, I was not there to. If there's anybody who objects to this arrangement, I would object. The kids actually asked about that last night. About
What?
if anybody objects to a wedding, what happens?
Oh.
And I went, nothing. They keep going.
They keep,
keep
yeah.
going.
They tell
say-
that person to sit down, shut
Yeah,
up. We're
sit
going
the
out.
heck down.
I'm like,
You can-
Spent $10,000 on this.
yes,
Yeah.
we're doing this.
You
You
can-
can get divorced in 2 months.
Yeah, you're the one that can bring the U-Haul to the
Yeah.
apartment and help them move out.
Yeah,
But
like,
at this moment,
we paid for this huge party. We're doing
we're
it.
having a party. Exactly.
And you guys are going to pretend to be happy
Yeah.
until we're done.
Until we're done.
Exactly. Okay, do you always clean the kitchen immediately after dinner?
Yeah,
You
for the
do.
most
Oh,
part.
yeah.
For the most
At least
part.
when we've had
Yeah.
your company over.
Oh
you
yeah,
guys and
I
that.
mean, because our house again, not that it's small, but like with the 2 kids and everything, it's just
You're right. Your house
You
is
want
a
to
little
just-
bit. It's a suburban house, compact, got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
And if you
it-
don't take
it-
care of it right away, you're not living
then
your
you're not.
life.
I can barely move sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
Gotcha.
Well, plus having Rebecca be a doctor, cleanliness is probably pretty important to her.
oh my god. Yes, totally.
Right,
Right.
exactly.
Yes.
They walk into the house. First thing they do, they go to the right, they pull the gloves out. They put the gloves on.
Right.
They've got-
Well, it's funny. We do have like Costco size brand, boxes of rubber gloves.
Oh, you do?
I use them all the time. I'm like, I want to put some rubber gloves on. And,
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Okay.
Find a butt, put your finger in.
Now, Greg,
Are you? What? Wait, hold it. Did you just say find a butt to put your finger in?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
that's what Dad does when he goes to the doctor. He finds a butt. To put a
He's
finger.
like when he gets his the prostate exam.
Yeah.
He goes, "Okay, doc, your turn." Fair
play.
turnabout's fair.
Turnabout's
fair play, man.
Come on,
Yeah.
come on, exactly.
Actually, that's the one thing I like about my doctor.
You-
She's hands off.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she really
Oh,
is.
it's a girl.
It's
Yeah.
a girl.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad I didn't say something totally disgusting because I was gonna say.
Also, the weird thing about our doctor, this behavior started when I take Mom to her doctor appointments, and then Dad, we all go together. And so
Wait a
now,
minute, you have a girl did your prostate exam?
no,
Oh,
she's
okay.
hands off.
Oh, she's
hands
hands
off.
off.
And for
Okay.
whatever reason, you've had a prostate exam. It was
I
fine.
got it from a nurse practitioner
Oh yeah,
And
who
who
was
was-
hands on,
who was
Practicing.
hands on.
Yeah.
who was practicing, who was in training.
I'm not even sure he went up there.
What was a dude who this one? Nurse. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm so sexist.
Oh,
I
how
just assumed
dare
it was
you.
a girl.
Yeah.
All right, but it's a dude.
Yeah.
A dude. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, nurse practitioner. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, good. Yeah.
And
It's like he saved $200,000 not to be a doctor. So he in his
Yeah.
in his education,
yeah, I don't know.
he only.
I agree with you. Sometimes I'm like, quality of life and being happy and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know what that
no.
like.
I
When
mean,
you, like,
yeah. You could
so
be a
what
doc-
is the pro?
Yeah.
Do we need to have you have a prostate exam? Because she
No,
has.
because I'm taking the stuff and I'm going to the bathroom. So
I'm taking
fine.
fingers. I'm taking digits like the best of them, man. I'm taking my stuff.
You know what though? Would it be weird though if like eventually AI can do that stuff?
Oh, it will.
Like,
Man, the first guy to
And they'll
line up
enjoy
to
it.
a MIT massively huge robot. With this, like,
No, two robots. One to hold me down.
you know what? You're right. It's gonna be two robot in a locked room
Yeah.
in a giant room where one robot holds you down because there's no way anybody's
no
letting
way.
A big machine
a
gun.
big robot.
I said more like a what do you like those vice grips or like those things?
Yeah.
That so your dad would stand here and then they tighten the grip down.
Yeah.
And, and he just holds you and then you hear the noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, here's a thought. Maybe they get an MRI going good enough that they can.
That's exactly right.
look
Why
at
couldn't
your
they just like
prostate.
see? That's exactly right. Like, listen, that's the one thing I've always thought was weird about like alien probes and stuff like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
Like they can travel here interdimensionally or
Yeah.
however, and yet they still have to like probe you. And I just think, oh, these guys are kinky. These aliens, they're little pervy.
Yeah.
Because they probably can see, like, take a scan and like going, oh, okay, this is what we know, yada, yada,
Yeah.
yada.
Yeah.
They don't have to probe you.
But they want to be hands on.
They would be hands on. Exactly. Okay. Now, Greg,
Yeah.
do you always put away cosmetics and toiletries before going to work?
For me, I guess yes, because I rarely go to work. And
Yeah, but yet you work
I
all the
re-
time.
Huh?
But yet you work all the time.
yes, I am in a good position because I hardly use any toiletries.
That's true.
And I leave my travel case just how I have a zipper.
Yes.
I just have it open.
Oh,
so whatever
good.
I just use, plop back in there.
And now's your passport in there also? So, like, any given moment, you're like,
it's
I'm
my
gone.
go bag.
Yeah, it's my
Yeah.
go bag.
Well, no,
I love my go bag.
I know, but the passports are out and ready to go at any moment.
Yeah, just in
And,
case.
Yes, and
Just in case something goes down.
right. And I will say that Rebecca's always like, because whenever we got to travel, I just basically just like grab my toiletry bag and then go. She's like, that's it for you? I'm like, yeah, that's it for me.
I'm good to go.
I'm always ready to go.
Yeah.
I am always ready to go.
That's the
I'm
guy
ready
you
to be
married.
ready to be ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to be ready. That's the guy you married, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Aren't you happy?
Yeah.
Guy's ready to go anytime.
I'm always ready to go.
Low maintenance.
I can go with a gallon of water, a thing of caramel corn. That's a blast from the past.
Yeah. Well, and the reason why you have to have that caramel corn because when it's all gone, you've got a pissing container.
You gotta, yeah.
I got a little bitty toilet.
You gotta. I usually have to buy the big giant.
Yeah.
Now they have actually. I think you can theater size tubs.
Oh,
of
caramel
Ooh.
corn.
caramel corn. Yeah.
I don't even know if they know that now because like now I just see them in bags, which is
Yeah,
but
that
back
you
in the
can't-
day
Yeah.
you could buy caramel corn in such an appropriate container that once it was done,
Yeah.
you could actually go to the bathroom if you had to.
If you had to.
And it had
you
a
would
tight
have
lid.
to.
Yeah.
And you'd have to.
Yeah.
You know, that's the life of a
After
trucker
having-
after having caramel corn.
All the caramel corn.
But you typically wouldn't. Listen, I've never been so desperate. I had to go number 2 in the truck.
No.
Thank God.
Neither have I. Never.
Never.
I've never been that desperate. Ooh.
Oh, sure. Okay, gotcha. Wait, secrets here. No
No,
problem.
Hey.
what? I mean, never. But I mean, it's come close calls.
Of course.
I-
When
I
you're
agree.
when you're a truck driver,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
pretty
And
close.
plus,
on.
you can't use. Nobody has toilets for you anymore.
Yeah, because
They don't want you to go in there and, when COVID hit.
because everybody destroys them.
Yeah.
And they,
They
and
blame
they
it on COVID. Every person who owned a public toilet in the restaurant was like, "Thank God COVID's here. I can finally shut this toilet down.
I am tired of
Put a
cleaning
lock
it.
on it." Yes.
Yeah, because people are assholes. They.
People are peanut butters.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. People are peanut butter.
Well, you know, it's so funny you brought up bathrooms and destroying bathrooms.
Yeah.
Because you know how I like my Aldi. I love my Aldi.
I love Aldi.
But the thing is, now I don't know what's going on with you two, but you're bugging me.
Okay.
You guys are both blinking your eyes a certain way.
Oh, you
I
think we're communicating?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, you're both, and I don't know
Morse
what's going
code.
on. It's freaking me out. You guys are both blinking like, what is going on? You guys never do
Other
this
than
before.
we're really two peas in a pod.
Well,
We're almost
here's
like the same
okay.
person.
I'm going to talk about Aldi bathroom. Then I'm going to talk about what's going on downstairs.
Okay.
Because I'm going to say, okay. So anyway, there's a difference between being picked up and clean. Like all these bathrooms at my favorite Aldi.
As the aliens do to be.
Yes. Picked up and cleaned.
Okay.
But anyway, their bathrooms are picked up.
Okay. Oh yeah.
They are not clean.
No.
They got the ring around, the sinks.
Yeah.
They're tile everywhere. I'm like,
Yeah.
Someone needs to come in here and really clean. But I think
Yeah.
I don't think they spend money on that. I think
No.
they have the guys
They
come
just
in,
go like, it's Aldi. If you want this clean bathroom, you got to clean it yourself.
put a quarter in and
yeah,
clean it
right.
yourself.
Clean it yourself, man.
You know, come
Oh,
on.
that's pretty interesting.
And the truth is, they left me a bottle and a paper towel, and I would probably spend on my way out. I wipe it down, and because that's the Aldi way. You know.
We wiped out our pee stains. It's the Aldi way.
Well, tell me, wait a minute. Are they
I
unisex
just think
bathrooms or are they boy and girl bathrooms?
Well, they're one bathroom per, open to per room, but it says boy girl.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
okay.
see that Greg explains it. Would you ever clean up a guy's bathroom?
Oh, I do actually once in a while. Like I live with 2 girls and stuff,
Uh-huh.
3 girls.
Yeah.
So I'm always cleaning the bathroom because I
That's
I
your
feel
job.
like men are disgusting. And I have been at the most disgusting bathroom, and then I started to clean it, and I'm like, God, why am I cleaning this? Oh, Jesus.
This is a
Dear
habit
Lord,
I don't need out in the
Dear
world.
Lord in heaven, Jesus.
Well, it was interesting because Greg comes over today, and we've got a list for him to help out with, and one of them requires him to go to the basement with Dad. And at some point, I'm upstairs, and Dad goes, "Oh man," and swears. Oh man! And I go, "Hey, what's going on?" Nothing.
No, it's all good.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So, do I need to know what's going on downstairs? or
No,
just
it's
like-
all good. That's all you
have
need to
a
know.
plan for the next time.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, wonderful.
Joe,
Well,
whenever you come down there, you're going to go, the hose is just getting longer and longer. What's happening? It's pretty soon. Because I know that every time that it's going to clean this thing, it's going to chop it in half, add an extension piece, chop it in half, add an extension piece.
Oh, God.
It's like, pretty soon, this hose is going to be super long.
How about just adding a little? Oh, because otherwise you got to add another. I get you.
Yeah, we're going to just cut it in the center and then,
Okay.
rather than taking it all apart,
I see. Okay,
We got
good.
it so where if it plugs up, it'll plug up hanging down low.
Oh, good.
Or I'll just snip it right there and then
Got it. That's
know.
That seems like an interesting way of handling the vent for the dryer. But I'm there for that.
Yeah.
You guys go. I love your MIT brains.
Yes.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm donating it to MIT.
Yeah.
When you're done, it's
well,
actually
yes, when
property of when you pass.
when I passed, not
Yeah.
beforehand.
Thank God. Exactly. Okay.
I was trying to come up with a cool MIT would be like Minnesota Institute of
I don't know, tidiness.
You know,
Lightness.
just because, like, you know, not that Massachusetts Institute of Technology
Isn't cool
isn't
enough.
cool, but you know,
Yeah.
My internal
there's
tissue.
there's not a lot of funny.
My dad goes, my internal tissue.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what? I like that. Yeah, go run
my
with that.
internal tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I've donated it to MIT.
That's right. My internal tissue, I've donated to MIT.
Yeah.
Perfect. Which is funny because they're engineer school. So I don't know if they have any needs for, like, you know, cadavers, but they might.
Maybe lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe. Maybe lunch for their, who knows? I don't even know if they need.
I turned you into a door switch. Light switch.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
We don't want to go there. I don't want to say anymore.
No, we
Yeah.
don't want to say anymore.
But so
I mean, engineering wise, it could be done.
It could be okay.
I'm just saying.
It could be done. Gotcha. So, Greg, I just want to say right now, I'm very impressed.
Did
at
we do
what-
all 5 questions?
Yes, and
Oh,
you
okay.
passed flyingly.
all right.
Which is very interesting because
Yeah.
I don't think Dad and I do any of those consistently.
Wait. Well, you have a bigger house than I do,
Yes, we do.
and also, okay, with me and the kids,
Yeah.
we eat a lot.
Okay, right.
It's just like snacking. and
It's
stuff,
continuously.
and-
So,
yeah.
in some ways, you have a reset every night.
Yeah.
You make sure that
It-
the dishes are in the dishwasher before
Yeah.
you go to bed.
Right.
And everything. So, like, I like that, though. And I wish we could do that.
Yeah.
You know, the problem is we don't eat enough to have a full dishwasher every day, usually.
Yeah.
So we've got to decide. And then what happens is we typically have to wash some dishes before we need to, the dishwasher's full.
Right.
Yeah.
And even though that commercial says, hey, it's better to actually run your dishwasher half full than to wash them by hand. I'm like, really? Is that the truth? And I don't know.
I don't know.
I think they're lying to us.
I agree.
just
I
lying.
wash my dishes and then by hand and then put them in the dishwasher.
Well, aren't you
Oh,
special?
that's really
Because I'm like, I just like want them to be. You know,
Yeah, want them to be
when I
good.
wear my rubber gloves as I do it. and,
Yeah.
you know,
Good. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed. So that was, so I'm going to suggest that as a family, Dad, you and
yes.
I would like to invoke some of these things. Like when we were fasting for Lent, I liked fasting on Fridays because the kitchen never got dirty,
Oh, that's true.
you know? And now we're doing like more like making sure we build our muscle mass. We're not fasting.
Gotta get that protein.
Got to get that protein in.
And now that I'm an elderly, I gotta even have more protein because my body doesn't digest protein as well.
No, I don't say that.
Oh,
I-
I got a youthful body that digests all my protein.
and we got
And I look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he's 80 years old right now.
there, Arnold. And I've been,
Oh, Arnold's here.
no,
no,
Brian
this-
Slice Alone.
Oh, Slice alone. Oh,
Yo.
that's right. Sorry.
Yo, Arnold, you look not as good as me, I must say. In my last movie, I killed 100 people. How many did you kill?
If you got to count, you're,
Those will say it. I can't count. That's legit asking you.
all right,
That was good, Greg.
Sylvester Stallone.
bye, Sly.
Bye, Sly. Thanks for showing up to the podcast. We appreciate it. Dad, I wish you would have contributed by doing your own Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I'm grateful you didn't because that would have been way too much to ask of you.
It was.
You know what? I'm going to rag on Dad a little
Okay.
bit. So we were
Cool.
listening to the podcast, last week's podcast, just to make sure, just to see.
Yeah.
You know, about 10 minutes in or 11 minutes in, he goes, Julie, this is kind of a low spot.
10 minutes into a movie. What was the movie?
No, the podcast.
Oh.
Our podcast.
Oh my God!
He goes-
What?
He goes, this is a little low spot. I'm like, you were there, mister. And I go, you
Was he
can
was it
contribute.
when he was sleeping?
Yeah, exactly. It was when he was sleeping. And literally, he had just laughed a minute before.
Yeah.
And then he just said, I don't know, Julie, it's a little light right here. I'm like, it was
okay.
way.
He's sending notes.
Yes, he's giving me notes.
Good God.
I know. This is what I got to put up with, Greg.
Yeah.
This is what I got. This is what
Yeah.
I got to put up with.
Yeah. Hey, these scrambled eggs. Not enough salt. I don't know. Not cheesy enough.
Not
too.
cheesy.
Not enough eggs.
No.
Oh, my kids are like super funny,
Okay.
and so we went to the place to buy plants and like
Yeah.
vegetables and stuff to
Uh-huh.
plant. We got into the part where it's all tomatoes.
Yeah.
They were like, "What's with all these tomatoes?"
Oh, no, they did a
Seinfeld,
Seinfeld joke?
yeah,
Oh,
they're
my
doing
God,
Seinfeld.
that's
Hey,
great.
Dad, what's with all the tomatoes? It's like, God, you guys are so great.
Did you just like roll over?
Oh yeah, I was like, I just made me so happy. I was like, it really was. I was like, oh my God, I love that
great.
kid so much.
Exactly. You're like, this is why you put all the time in. And
Yeah,
you're
I'm like,
Dad.
You know, like
For this joke.
it made it all worth it. It really did. They don't even know who Seinfeld is, but they're doing Seinfeld impersonations.
You're like, I love this. This is something to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, it's great because, you know, this is totally off target, but it really is good to see your life and try to pick out the things that are going well.
Yeah.
You know, and really, like Dad and I went to pick up the fence panels.
Okay.
And I had to release a lot because we brought our truck in the back. It's busy.
You had
busy
to
as,
release.
release expectations.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Because we're in our truck.
Okay.
Which is a FedEx vehicle.
Yeah.
We're gonna put the vehicles in, all the fence panel effect.
Yeah.
There's kids everywhere. There's people everywhere. Dad goes, okay, and I'm trying to not over critique him or like over like
his heart rate probably didn't even get higher than
70. I
He's
agree with
probably
you.
so used to this.
So he goes, okay, I gotta back down this aisle. I'm like, okay, there's like literally there's a family down there. He goes, yeah. So
Oh, wait a minute though. We are saying you're not that I want to be critical of your driving lately, but okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What is understood need not be explained. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So anyway,
I'm sorry.
So I go. Do you see the family down there? He goes, oh yeah. Hold on. He rolls down his window.
Yeah.
He said, hey, I'm backing up down there. I don't want to hit any of your kids.
Yeah.
He just said,
No, that's not what I said.
Well, I
I
said-
said, don't let me hit
Oh,
your kids.
don't let me hit your kids.
And the mom goes, go right ahead.
That's right, because she was
Yeah,
at her last
yeah.
nerve. She goes, that's why. And I just like, oh my God, Dad just said to these family, don't let me hit your kids.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh yeah.
And it worked out. We backed
Yeah.
up. Nothing bad happened.
And they moved. They got out of the
And they
aisle.
got out of the way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It was great. It was great.
Well, if he's got to ask, this old guy's
Yeah.
asking,
Yeah.
we better get the hell out of his way.
And then I'm just like, yeah, exactly. That's a good excuse. A friendly old guy. There are people like going, oh, let the old guy
Get the hell out of his
space.
way. Yeah.
Get the old guy space. And it was great. I'll say it worked out well. We had to really fight for everything we did, though. I mean, we went to 3 different guys for help.
Yeah.
One guy's just pointed that they're over there. They weren't over there.
Yeah.
Another guy says, hey, it says in our computer we don't have any more.
Yeah.
That's because we bought them. So they're no longer available to buy.
Yeah, we bought 'em all.
bought them all.
Yeah.
But he didn't know. And so I'm like, well, this is ridiculous. And then finally we asked the third guy. He goes, no, we got plenty. And sure enough, that guy, who then I sent out a survey about saying he was awesome.
Yeah.
And helped us. He actually had to find the post that came in.
Oh.
Yeah, they were stored.
Wow.
There were 12 of them were still in a box. there
Yeah.
and not brought down yet. So nobody knew where the hell they
Yeah,
were.
and this kid, barely 25, went out of his way to help this woman and this old man.
Yeah.
And we got everything we needed. But I want to say one thing about this, though. And what was it?
The time.
Oh, I went and did a survey, right? And then I read the survey to Dad. I go, how do you think it sounds? He goes, oh, I don't know. I think I'll redo it. Because I put in there, I said, oh, this employee, Danny, was such a great job. He spent over 20 minutes with us.
Yeah.
And we're both, and then I go, yeah, I know what you mean. So I crossed out, he spent 20 minutes with us because
Yeah.
we feel like
You're gonna get in trouble.
you're going to get in trouble. You spent 20 minutes with
20
one
minutes on
customer?
one customer? Yeah.
He goes,
I mean, he was probably like, in his mind, he's like, God, can I just spend like a half an hour with these people?
yeah,
Yeah,
we're easy
like-
going. I got a job
Yeah.
to do. I don't have to keep
Yeah.
asking people, and
Yeah.
so forth.
Well, like I know, like at FedEx, when I went to the satellite FedEx store, and
Yeah.
the guy said, "Oh, your driver's so good.
Yeah.
He just carries the boxes in there and stacks them up."
Yeah.
I'm going, "Oh crap! There's an extra half hour."
We don't have
Yeah.
time for this.
yeah,
I go,
yeah.
why are we doing this?
Because you know what you hear about everybody, what you imagine they
Yeah.
do with your packages is true.
Yeah.
I would just throw them as far as I could into the truck.
That's
It was
right.
Like sometimes they'd fall out. I'm like, oh well. Put them
Yeah.
there again.
So you guys better package 'em.
Throw the heavy ones first,
Yeah.
so the light ones go on top.
So things better be packaged well enough. When you
Yes.
realize how many times your packages touched by the time you package it, the time to get somebody else. It's amazing not everything's broken.
Yes.
It
Not
really
everything's
is.
not- yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and you wonder, that's why if you start with a square box, when you get it, it's turned into a
Rounded
round
box.
ball.
Yeah, rounded box. Yeah.
So I'm going to give everybody a goal this week.
Okay.
Anybody listening. And then if you're not like my brother, which is pretty amazing,
Oh,
employee
my
of
God.
the
Thank you.
week, by the way.
Thank you.
But like
I'm not
before,
listening. If you wonder if anybody's listening,
Yeah.
I'm not.
oh great.
This is a low part of
Low
the show. What great big accolades? No, it's low part.
Low part. Who cares?
That part sucked. Don't do that again.
Okay, this week we do not go to bed unless all of our dishes are put away or in the dishwasher.
Or put in the
Time for
dishwasher.
paper plates, guys.
Yes, exactly. So how's the show?
It was great.
It was great.